Darkness came upon the church friends.
I don't even know what to say.
They were cast out. We're looking
I don't even know how to say this.
We're looking again at the story. Very simple principles.
And these are Christians of
In any other way than
we will hear
what I've already said.
according to the
Fundamentally, this is what it is. We're not trying to add.
We are preaching the New Testament here.
Trying to add
Give the zip code of your origin, where you came from.
that is of the New Testament.
If you want to hear some other testament, or if you want to hear something else, go somewhere else. Change the channel.
And all important
From.
We're tributaries of meaning, dear friends.
But we're not telling anyone here how to
This. The
pledge
church has an
allegiance.
obligation.
of the
Maybe you're in disagreement to the point of being offended.
according to the will
Why should you be offended? Just ignore it.
and our Father.
And if you don't believe it, then never mind. It does not apply to you,
From the dead.
obviously.
And
Pledge
Church
allegiance
has an obligation by
to a
homework.
piece of cloth.
But it has an
In other
obligation
words,
to
how to touch your
one
body,
another, speak the truth to one another in love.
and where to touch your body, and with what hand you're supposed to be touching your body in order to correctly, according to the standards and guidelines of this present evil world.
present evil world
But this is the gospel of Christ,
being made a curse
the hearing of faith
because it is written
that the Lord gave himself for our sins,
on a tree
that he might deliver us from this present evil world.
and being
According to the standards and guidelines of this present evil world.
God and being a member of the body of Christ
And
being one with Christ and being crucified
are you now walking uprightly according to the truth of the gospel?
because
Am I now
according to the
walking uprightly according to the truth of the gospel?
Pledge allegiance to a piece of cloth.
And here's the church friends.
This is a question. These are just questions.
made us
And if you're offended, then change the channel.
from this curse.
Find another book to live according to. Hey, maybe you want to live according to the NFL.
And here's the church friends. There's
And again, regardless of the origin
And then here's
of
the
your
lie
zip
friends.
code or your zip code or origination, wherever that is.
Or
We are sent
some other association.
and we are
Or maybe a race car organization.
our anointing comes
Or maybe your priority is making sure everyone around you,
said we are in
especially church members,
but not
in order to be in good standing with you,
men
that
by Jesus.
it is your job to make sure that they are in agreement with you and demonstrating the same behavior as you when it comes to
Father who raised
where to touch their body
and then
and which hand is the correct hand to use
walk in the spirit
to touch their body in the right location when they are pledging allegiance to a piece of cloth,
of the spirit in
according to the standards and guidelines and
peace, long suffering.
leadership of this present evil world,
Have as a result
including church leadership.
following a book of rules
And now, friends, listen, there are Christians out there,
of cloth.
church members,
Sure you're at the right sizzler every Sunday
that
after work.
these people are telling Christians that in order to be a Christian,
Fornication and uncleanness.
you have to vote for this political candidate, or you have to
So you can eat
position your body in this way when they play certain songs at sporting events,
and fulfill the law.
or you have to be a good church member of this organization based out of this zip code.
Which is by this.
And that's not the gospel of Christ, according to the New Testament.
People know.
That is not walking uprightly according to the gospel, the truth of the gospel.
And this love that we as the
Why do you seek to be entangled again with the yoke of bondage
are members one of another.
by living according to the base elements of this world,
The hearing of faith.
this present world,
Spirit of
this present evil world? as using the language of the Apostle Paul,
not by pledging allegiance to this piece of
but walk by the Spirit,
by making sure
or live according to the works of the flesh.
or that they do erect
By love, serve one another,
statues,
or be an adulterer, commit fornication, and be unclean. Or love thy neighbor as thyself. Walk according to the Spirit, and in the Spirit, and by the Spirit, and in this way fulfill the law of Christ.
and as Paul said,
Love one another.
we have therefore
Have love for one another
us do good unto
in the manner of Christ,
especially unto them.
as Christ loved the church and gave himself for us,
Galatians chapter
that he might deliver us from this present evil world.
10,
He gave himself for our sins.
the Apostle Paul,
And I'm crucified with Christ.
and as we are the Christians,
I'm baptized into Christ.
listen in, we can participate in this conversation
I have put on Christ.
if we choose.
I live, but it's Christ that lives in me.
We have therefore opportunity.
And I am Abraham's seed and an heir according to the promise.
All men go about
As it is written,
and heal
Abraham believed God, and
manner of
it was accounted to him for righteousness.
through the preaching of the gospel.
But cursed is every man, every person that does not continue in all things
So we as
coming from the standard of the law,
living by the
continually,
we live
all the time.
let us walk
And so circumcision doesn't matter,
and do good
uncircumcision doesn't matter,
especially unto them.
saluting a flag doesn't matter, not saluting a flag doesn't matter,
Ye see
demonstrating sufficient loyalty to a
and unto you with my
political candidate or a president of a zip code doesn't matter,
times we looked at this that Paul as
and not showing sufficient loyalty to
Galatia
a president of a zip code
voice
doesn't matter also.
here says, look, I've written
This is what matters.
letter, look how large
A new creature,
unto you with my
the cross of Christ,
important
the cross of Jesus Christ,
vital
who gave himself for our sins, that he might deliver us from this present evil world.
do not be entangled again
So
in the yoke
there's no law against the fruit of the Spirit.
the base elements of this world.
There's no law against loving your neighbor as yourself, and by love serving one another. We live in the Spirit. Let us also walk in the Spirit.
An ambassador of Christ
Or you can follow a book of rules
as
and make sure that you're touching your body in the right spot with the correct hand
they constrain
when this present evil world tells you that
thee lest
it's time now to
persecution.
pledge allegiance
So Paul
to
says,
a
look,
piece of cloth.
bunch of people out there and they
And as we've said before, friends, we say now again,
award ceremony.
it's your life, it's your mind.
Follow this law and this
Be safe, be happy,
law. They
live your life to the fullest.
they're not even suffering persecution for the cross.
Oh, and have a great day.
It's not a
Whatever that is, that's not what we're doing. We are preaching the gospel of Christ according to the New Testament. And there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Jesus Christ and Him crucified. He gave Himself for our sins that He might deliver us from this present evil world. So then the question is, why are you seeking it to be entangled again with the yoke of bondage? And why do you not walk uprightly according to the truth of the gospel? gospel, seeking instead, demonstrating that you would rather live according to the base elements of this world, according to this present evil world, observing days and times and seasons and years, and rules, a book of rules, and how to be a good Christian by voting for this political candidate, or by making sure that they don't tear down this statue, or by making sure that you show sufficient loyalty to this zip code. And that's not the gospel. If you're interested in the gospel, then stick around and join the conversation. And if you're not, go ahead and change the channel, find something else that's more suitable to your taste, preference, and maybe even sense of values. But again, it's up to you. It's your life. It's your mind. Be safe, be happy, and live your life to the fullest. And yes, have a good day.